So, Aston Villa 2, Arsenal 1. Another disappointment against Aston Villa, against our former manager, our former goalkeeper, a former forward. And it was not pretty to watch. From 5 minutes in, I knew we weren't winning. Me, Matty, and Ola were like, yeah, this is going to be long. When I see the starting 11, I predicted a draw 1-1. I said, yeah, long day today. I see the captain in midfield. And yeah, Rice can't do it on his own, innit? But this is a football discussion show for entertainment and opinion only. Everything here is about sport. We do not involve politics, personal targeting, or hate. And let's talk about the football. And Donnarumma has just made a mad save from a gift. But anyway, that's for another day. Kenny, luckily you never went to Aston for the game. And listen, 12:30 kickoffs are not for everyone. And from the get-go, we didn't look on it today. Yeah, we changed the team a little bit again. Eze out on the left. Obviously, Marino up front. He scored the other night, obviously. Our captain straight back in again, started. And the back line weren't great today, man. That's the worst I've seen us defensively for a long, long time. And people are blaming it on the fact we got our two major centre-backs out. But at the same time, we've still got Timber there. Still got Ben White there. These are experienced Arsenal players. Calafiori has been on a great run this season so far. Yeah, Zubimendi, oh dear, oh Lord. Yeah, that guy was awful again. Just watch for the second. Yeah, Mikel Marino I didn't know was playing. Our subs I thought were horrendous, although Trossard scored. Yeah, I didn't think he offered a great deal other than that. And the whole thing was just a calamity. Aston Villa looked like they wanted it more. And their subs, yeah, he took off Matty Cash and brought on a forward. He brought on Buendia, who scored the winner. We went for, we'll just go like for like. What did you make of it, mate? Kenny Cam 1972 on Insta as well, by the way, guys.
Well, first and foremost, you've got to give Aston Villa a lot of credit because simple reasons. Like Unai Emery is one thing that you can slag him off all you like, but one thing with Unai Emery is factual. Yeah, despite the fact he's not good with managing personalities and big stars. If you respect Unai Emery, he'll get the best out of you. And I know for a fact that if Unai Emery was managing Arsenal, he would definitely be doing it just as good as Arteta, a job as Arteta. And the reason why I say that, and I'll explain myself, is because we don't have big time Charlies at our football club, thankfully. Previously, when Unai Emery inherited Arsene Wenger's team, we had big time Charlies, and it's going to be a short race. We had a player who was given a king's ransom, who decided to damn tools in a major European Cup final. We had a player that everyone sees as a hero, who was injured in a move to one of our rivals, who incidentally scored winners in the cup final against one of our rivals, and went there 2 years later. Anyway, we had some bad eggs, and that's why he struggled at Arsenal. But today, it showed what a good manager he is. What he did is he learnt from our games against Sunderland, he learnt from our games against Chelsea, and one thing he realised is if you give Arsenal pressure, educated pressure, and you get after us, you can get success. But what he did was really clever. He saw the fact that we were trying to slow the game down. Calafiori was trying to create space and create an extra body. And what he done is that in that first half, he exploited the space that we were leaving. So when we were playing, unlike Arsenal balls, instead of trying to hit it long, they'll win it, getting the interceptions and getting the second balls. And they'll spring the attacks from that all through the first half. And we were making mistake after mistake. Don't get me wrong. We had a bit of we had times where we were in control. Saka had a shot. Odegaard had a shot. Both saves from Martinez. And then what happened is when Villa got into us, forced us into mistakes. Eze's asleep. Matty Cash makes it 1-0. And then Mikel Arteta responded. I give him his dues. We did up the tempo. We showed what we could do. We put them under a bit of pressure. We got Trossard on the field, got Goy Christensen onto the field, got rid of Eze, got rid of Marino, who struggled, and then we're on top. But when you're on top, it's great you've got an equaliser, but you've got to basically, keep that foot in the front. We had opportunities where we were missing the chances, And then that's when we put so much into it. We ran out of gas. Villa get their second wind. And Unai's substitutions were absolutely fantastic. Where he thought, unlike the teams we played, there are Villa, Chelsea and Sunderland do have a bit of quality, so they can hurt us. I'm not saying that everything we've done is a myth, but what I will say to all those people who say the Championship is going to be over by April, know your football. It's nice that it's nice we've got all those victories, home and away, and we weren't conceding goals. But let's not forget, a lot of teams we played and beat weren't of the discernible quality of Aston Villa, a Chelsea, a Liverpool who we beat at Anfield. I know Liverpool going through a tough spell, but Man City, we beat teams we should be beating, and we've had a good, comfortable run of games, and that's why we've been able to amass our leads. When we have been getting 50-50 games, or teams like Sunderland who are raising their game against us, doesn't matter how good we think we are, they are going to force us into mistakes. They are going to put us under pressure. And we are going to succumb. But today was a case of one manager's ambition against another. Let's get it wrong. It was an end-to-end game. We'll go for it. But one player that, although he came to us as centre-half, he's not a centre-half anymore. Timber, that was your worst game at the club, mate. You made some really big errors. And your mate Hincapié, Hierro, saved your ass. Hincapié had a very good game today. I don't want to hear any bullshit from anyone who says we missed our centre-halves. We missed Gabriel. We missed Saliba. Well, Gabriel and Saliba played against Sunderland when we got a chasing, right? When we still could have won it. We didn't miss our centre-halves against Chelsea last week because the Chelsea midfield overrun us. The reason why we lost today is because Aston Villa put their nuts to the table and did what a lot of sides either don't have the bravery to do or don't have the ability to do, don't have the quality to do it, and they went and won the game. But you can't accept us for any blame. We made mistake after mistake. The amount of times when Villa got in because we went asleep, Timber nearly skills an own goal. There's another one where Calafiori, messes around with a back pass and gives it to Kamara. And Kamara is so shocked by the chance he was giving. I think he was having a nervous breakdown, and then we managed to get out of trouble. We were holding on towards the end. And even towards the end, when they got the goal, it was a case of one interception, one block, and we weren't able to get the ball away. And we left Ben Deer in space where we should have been clearing it, and he scored. And that's the situation. We are now in a tighter race. We now have to take the scales out of our eyes and realise right now, if we want to win this league, it's not going to be bloody easy. We should never, ever be complacent. And that includes everyone who's involved in the club. That includes the manager, the players, and the fans. Stop thinking we've won the league when we haven't. I've been trying to tell you it's a marathon, not a sprint. And that all the fans are cautious. We're not cautious because we don't want Arsenal to win. We're not cautious because we're pessimistic. We're cautious because there's so much football to be played. We're playing a game every 2 to 3 days, although it wasn't an excuse. And there are going to be teams that are good enough to beat us. Just not forget, any team that we play away from home that is in the top 4 or is in European competition is not a give me. So we have to make sure that the bad habits that we get away with against the lesser teams, like that we've played and we've beaten, or who haven't laid a glove on, against teams like Villa, against teams like Chelsea, you'll get punished for your mistakes. And complacency cost us today, Lee, because when we got to 1-1, we did go out to win the game, but we started making mistakes after mistakes, and normally we get away.
We thought we could just overpower them in terms of bringing on fresh legs, and then we'd do them.
We tried. Declan Rice worked his nuts off.
Declan Rice was a one-man midfield today. Let's just have it right. The gaps between our defence and our midfield, 1-2 pass, they were in.
But the thing is, do it all. But these guys ain't used to in this season. Apart from Liverpool away, apart from City and all those games I mentioned, most of the games they played as against City have been camouflaged.
Yeah, everything's in front of them.
Yeah,
they're not having to go back that way.
Bayern Munich gave us a big game, but we've managed to overpower teams with our fun. with our set pieces, our athleticism, and our in-game kind of an organisation. But look, as I said before, when we had this interview at Sunderland, don't get complacent, because right now, this is another reminder that if we want to win this league, we've got to work our nuts off and always be alert. We've got no excuse for injuries, because at the end of the day, we didn't lose because we didn't have a centre half. We lost because Villa were positive against us, and they got what they deserved out of the game. And we were basically making mistakes after mistakes. And normally, Ray will get us out of trouble. A team hasn't got the quality to punish us, or our defenders, will make a last-ditch tackle, or Declan Rice would do what he did earlier today, where he saw that we were overrun. He got back and he blocked a shot from Cash. That was the first warning. That was the first warning. Did we heed that warning? No, we bloody didn't, because we did it again. And this time there was no Declan Rice to block, stop Matty Cash, and Matty Cash puts them ahead. We had too many warning signs and warning shots, and we didn't learn our lesson, and we got exactly what we deserved, which was basically a sting in the tail, a shot by the sniper, call it whatever you want, and I got an arse whipping, which we deserved, because at the end of the day, complacency killed Arsenal today.
There you go, mate. Bless up to you, mate. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
I'm not going to enjoy it.
I won't ruin the Man City game for you. Well, I did tell you the score. Yeah, but mate, this Turkey, let me tell you right now, they bought him for 30 million. Yeah, 30 million, I think. Mate, we should have been all over that. Him and Donnarumma for 55 mil.
But can I just say something before I go? Because I know you've got to get in the chest. Just shows you one thing. This is a warning to Arsenal Football Club. If we keep on dropping points and leaving that door open to Man City, there's going to come a time this season where they are going to take advantage. They are going to go on a run. And when they get in the front, the door's going to be slammed shut. You've been warned. Carry on like this, and you will have the 23-24 vibes again.
Facts. Second half's been mad, by the way. But listen, we're out. Make sure you follow Kenny Ken 1972. Jezza next emergency meeting. No more streams after that. And then I'm going to go and watch Rance punch up this other geezer that he's fighting. And then I'm going to bed, mates.
Get in, Rance. Come on, Rance. First round knockout. I've got money on the first round.
That's what I said.
Money on the first rounder, mate.
Oh, my days. I'm gone. We're out. We're out.